What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today, we're going to be using the Mega Heracross team once again. But if you haven't checked out the previous episode, I highly recommend go checking it out. However, if you haven't catched the last episode, we didn't really get to use Mega Heracross. They could have put in some really nice work in the first game of the last episode, but it just ended up dropping, and then our game 2 we didn't get to bring Heracross at all. So I'm hoping we get to bring Heracross, and I really do want to showcase this Pokemon because this Pokemon is strong. I know it's strong, but I don't know, it's kind of awkward. Of course, all the Mega Illusions basically beat Mega Heracross other than like Kangaskhan, or maybe unless Heracross has some speed control, which could be nice. But obviously there's always Intimidate. There's always the factor of it needing the speed control to function out of its weird speed tier, where it's good in Trick Room, it's good in Tailwind, but it's kind of awkward in both because you're not going to be the fastest thing under Trick Room, and you're not going to be the fastest thing under Tailwind. So it's always that one awkward Pokemon that just has that weird advantage no matter what speed control form you're using, because if you use Trick Room, if you face opposing Trick Room, it's going to be hard for Mega Heracross, and if your opponent gets a Tailwind up and you have Tailwind up, yeah, Heracross is still going to be awkward. So that is one of the reasons why probably Heracross isn't as used. And of course, Mega Salamence usage has been rising recently, and we're going against a Dedenne and a Mantine. Oh, and Mega Salamence, that's fun. Wait, I don't think Dedenne gets Lightning Rod. Last time I checked, wasn't it? What was it? Cheek Pouch? I believe that's his ability. Okay. Interesting. I like Naganadel a lot in this matchup. I think Naganadel is really solid in this matchup. So is Thunderous Varian. Incineroar can put in a lot of work too. Oh, there's a lot of Pokemon that can put in some work. Do I need Intimidate is the question. I'm kind of liking Thunderous Varian as a lead. I just don't know if it's Scarfbulu. If it's Scarfbulu, I guess that could be a bit problematic. Do I really need Naganadel though? Because it only really hits Bulu. And Dedenne, I guess. Ferrothorn could be nice if I get rid of Heatran and any threat. But then again, Salamence could have fire type attack. There's Bulu and Tyranitar that carries fire type attacks normally. I think I'll go Thunderous Feeny as the lead, just because it puts on a lot of offensive pressure against my opponent's forms of speed control, which is Salamence and Mantine if they have Tailwind. Incineroar in the back as a switch in, and Heracross in the back, because I think Heracross can put in some work in this game. I'm going to have to work for that speed control, and I'm not bringing Naganadel because, I don't know, Naganadel really only threatens 2 mods, and it doesn't threaten the forms of speed control, which are the Mantine and the Salamence. And even though I outspeed Salamence, I can't pick up the knockout onto it. So I'd have to sell out Tailwind, get some Icy Winds off if I do want to make it. And sorry I do sound a bit tired. I'm recording this in the morning because I actually have to leave. Because I'm going out actually right after I finish recording this video. So hopefully everything's going to be alright. Heatran going to lead with Dedenne, so this is going to be an interesting turn one. I don't know how fast Dedenne is. How important is Thunderous Varian? It's not too important. I want to say, well, it is my best way to beat Mantine. I'm thinking of just Icy Wind, Protect turn 1. Dedenne doesn't get Fake Out if I remember correctly. It could be Bloom Doom Heatran. It could be Nature's Power Heatran with... Oh, geez, there's a lot of things. I do want to threaten the Heatran, though. You know what? I'm going to Icy Wind turn 1. I'm going to Icy Wind for speed control. As Salamence actually retreats into Bulu. Yeah, Bulu's going to come out, so that's great, because I have a Sludge Bomb threatening that Bulu's way. I also have my Incineroar in the back, so I could probably just go into Incineroar for Feeny the next turn, Sludge Bomb to Dedenne. What's coming out for the Dedenne, though? Thunderbolt? Substitute? Super Fang. Into Thunders. Okay, I'll take that for sure. Again, Icy Wind off, so this is Scarf Bulu. Really nice to confirm here. If it is Scarf Bulu, it should be faster than Dedenne, because Dedenne does have a decent speed tier. Looks like Dedenne's faster, or I'm not sure if that's how Icy Wind works. Oh no, the Bulu is faster, so it is probably that Scarf Bulu. Okay. Or just bulky Dedenne, which I think makes less sense. So I have a Sludge Bomb that's threatening that Tapu Bulu, and I'm honestly thinking of doubling up with a Scald because it would be able to pick up the knockout onto that Tapu Bulu slot or catch the Heatran potentially on a switch, which I like, so I'm going to go for that play. Oh. Not something you see every day. So ally switch coming out. So I'm going to be able to knock out the Dedenne, which is good because I get rid of the Dedenne, but I'm probably going to lose Feeny in the process unless I get a Scald Burn, or it still outspeeds me. But what happens by Thunderous? And I do survive. That's a huge survival. And I'm going to get a Scald off into the Tapu Bulu. Do I get a burn? No, no burn, unfortunately. But that works out in my favor, I feel like. That definitely works out in my favor. Salamence should be coming out. Yeah, Salamence should be coming out. If my opponent does have Salamence in the back, yep. We're probably just going to see a Wood Hammer and Hyper Voice. Incineroar is a pretty good switch. Do I want to let my Thunderous Fan go down? Probably not, because it can still pressure these Pokemon. So yeah, I'll go into Incineroar. Incineroar is a good play here. It doesn't take much at all. This is Scarf Tapu Bulu confirmed. And the Salamence ally switch and the Wood Hammer and the Thunderous, which makes a lot of sense because you can always target down Feeny in the future turns. Tapu Bulu is actually going to retreat right here, so that is fine by me because I feel like I can get my Feeny in relatively easily. So, Heatran going to come back out. I am going to bring out my Incineroar. Get this Intimidate off from the Salamence in case it's a physical Salamence or mixed. So Heatran's fine. I honestly was expecting the Heatran to switch out to the next turn, but okay. So I'm guessing it's just a Hyper Voice here. Or maybe a Tailwind if my opponent does have it, but we'll see here. Thunderous gonna protect here. Let's see, gonna be, yep, the Hyper Voice. So with the Assault Vest, I will be taking this just fine. Oh, I took that a little... That did a bit more than I think. I think it's full special Salamence, okay. I think Feeny and just fake out the Heatran is safe. Although Heatran's really not threatening much damage. Although Earth Power in the Incineroar could be scary. Because I don't think you let me fake out Hidden Power Ice your Salamence slot. What's the guy's rating? Yeah, I just don't see you letting me knock out Salamence, because if I knock out Salamence, I win the game. You could go aggressive here, but Salamence shouldn't be able to do too much damage either way. So I want to get Feeny in and pressure the Salamence. Once I pressure the Salamence and get one Icy Wind off in the Heatran, I will be able to win this game. Yep, Salamence does protect here, and I'm pretty sure Heatran's going to go on the offensive since it's not really threatened this turn. Fake out into the Heatran. So now I'm in a really good position because now I basically get an Icy Wind off into these Pokemon. And I can get a Flare Blitz off, and I will definitely go for that play where I double up the Salamence slot because I either get a big Icy Wind off in that Salamence or I catch the Tapu Bulu on the switch, in which are both really good. Since my opponent saw that his or her Tapu Bulu is faster than my Feeny even after an Icy Wind, I could see my opponent risking it here. But I'm going to stay in with both Pokemon, which is also completely okay for me. Hyper Voice is going to come out, not really doing too much. Crits my Incineroar, a little unfortunate. Flash Cannon going to come out on top of Feeny, which does a good amount. Icy Wind does connect, which is a huge part. Let's see, does good damage to the Salamence. Not as much damage as I would have liked, but I can fire up a Moonblast and knock out the Salamence. Or, actually no, after another Icy Wind I should be able to knock it out. Yeah, I think another Icy Wind should be able to knock out the Salamence. Is that really worth it, though? Like, I'm trying to think about my position, because the position here is still rough. Maybe my opponent doesn't expect my Feeny to outspeed the Salamence, but Flash Cannon is just such a threatening play for my opponent. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I see wind again, I feel like. Did I U-turn to Heatran? You know what, I'm gonna U-turn to Heatran because I could readjust my board position, maybe get Thunder's Fairing next to... Oh, you switch out Salamence now. And a Bulu, but I think that's fine because I can get my... What's it called? Heracross in, I can get Thunder's Fairing in, but now it's like... The threat of that Salamence is going to be crucial because I know you're probably going to go for Flash Cannon here, which is why I was thinking maybe sacking my... I was thinking of sacking my Thunder's Fairing here. However, I don't think Feeny would have lived a Hyper Voice afterward. Flash Cannon going to come out. If Feeny can survive this, that would be amazing, but I don't think it can. Or it can. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Because I get to readjust my board position, I get to U-turn out to Heatran and get in my Thunder's Fairing, and now I can threaten a Hidden Power Ice into the top of Bulu slot. Oh, that's amazing. And you gave me Grassy Terrain, so now my Tapu Fini is recovering very nicely. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Especially since the top of Bulu is trapped in and it can't protect, unless it's Scarf Protect, which is very unlikely of a set here. I could also Scald if I really want to, but Close Combat should be able to knock out this Heatran. I kind of doubt Chople if it has Flash Cannon. And yeah, I just Icy Wind and Hidden Power Ice because I don't want to let the Salamence come in if Heatran decides to switch out. So I get rid of the biggest threat to my Feeny, which is excellent. Getting rid of the biggest threat to my Feeny is really good here. Let's see, Icy Wind. But of course it might come down to, do I survive Hyper Voice with my Feeny? I think that's going to be an important question. If I don't, this could be really bad. Oh, it's a Heat Wave. Thunder's Avoids. I honestly would have liked the free switch in Incineroar. Because I could have faked out Heatran, Moonblast the following turn, but I guess that's alright. Yeah, I guess that's alright. I think I'll double up the Heatran slot. Okay. So there's some mind games that are playing around. Like, what do you do here is the question. You could protect Salamence Flash Cannon, which I think is a very viable play. I'm trying to think about, can I win this 100%? If I protect on Feeny, I could easily protect Switch out on Incineroar, but I don't have that play. I think the play is to go Incineroar and just HP Ice. Because I really feel like you would protect, go for the Flash Cannon here. Another play I guess I could have done was go Incineroar and Icy Wind. Yeah, I guess that could have worked too. Let's see what happens here though. Yeah, you do protect, and I'm pretty sure Flash Cannon's gonna come out. Okay, that's perfect because as long as my opponent doesn't get a double, and even if he gets a double, as long as you don't get a triple protect, which... Oh, you Heat Waved. Either way, it would have been the same position because I'm still threatening to knock out Salamence. I get Tapu Fini in relatively safely, and I could just fire off a Moonblast, fake out into Salamence slot. So I'm not really too concerned about Thunderous going down there. It would have been pretty much the same thing, except I get an extra turn to work off with, I feel like. So even if my opponent gets a triple, I feel like I'm still in a really solid position now. Gonna go for that protect, fails, fake out, gonna go out in Salamence. And a Hidden Power Ice, and that should seal up the game for my Mega Heracross, which I do hope my opponent goes for Heat Wave, because I want to get my Heracross in and at least get one KO of this game. Oh wait, yeah, Thunders goes down to Life Orb anyway, so... Heat Wave gonna come out. Please let me Mega Evolve with Heracross, because I really want to Mega Evolve with Heracross. So the Dedenne was an interesting tech. Ally Switch, but Ally Switch Super Fang. I guess Togedemaru doesn't get Ally Switch, so I guess it can catch people off guard. It doesn't get Lightning Rod. I knew that at least. Alright, the Heracross is in. The Heracross is now. Please don't forfeit, because I really, really, really want this close combat off. Don't forfeit. Oh man, unfortunate, but we do take another win here. I just want Heracross in. Getting these KOs, it's just hard to maneuver. Hyper Voice Ment obviously made it really difficult for me to get in Heracross for the early sweep. which was a problem. Well, it wasn't a problem for me winning the game. It was a problem for like showing off Mega Heracross. I just want to show off Mega Heracross. I just want Heracross. Heracross is fun. It is actually really fun if anyone hasn't tried it out. There is the pastebin link down below. And speaking of triple protect, yes, that has happened to me. Actually, yesterday I went to a mid-season showdown, which I did win if you don't follow me on Twitter. So I'm actually closer to my world's invite, which is, I think I'm like 290 out of 400 points that I need, which is pretty cool because I've only attended like 7 events that have had championship points on the line, which is pretty cool. That includes premier challenges, mid-seasons, and regionals. So we got Tranquillo as our next opponent. Oh man, I really like Heracross in this game. I love Heracross in this game. If I can get rid of Feeny and the Aegislash, Heracross can have some fun. So a bit of a hard Trick Room team. Pharaoh is actually really solid against my opponent's team. You have to bring Heatran in this matchup. I think you have to bring Heatran and Aegislash in this matchup. What do I want to go? Naganadel is really solid, but I don't like it here. Feeny Incineroar doesn't seem like a bad lead. It's just I don't have any good switch-ins afterward. I think I'm gonna go Thunderous Incineroar, Feeny, Heracross in the back. Because Incineroar threatens the Feeny, which is probably the biggest problem in my Incineroar. Yeah, I like it. Oh, Battle Royale music, okay. So anyway, let's see how this is gonna go. I feel like, I don't know, it could go either way. It just depends on how my opponent really handles like the board position with like speed control, because I feel like Trick Room could be hard, especially maybe Aegislash subbing up if it does have substitute could be a problem. It could be Nature's Power on the Heatran since there are 2 top boosts, so I gotta worry about that. Looks like a Kangaskhan Porygon 2 lead, okay. Gonna get a download boost of attack, which is nice. I get Intimidate off into both of these Pokemon. You're gonna fake out Incineroar turn 1? Or are you gonna fake out Thunderous? I think you would fake out Incineroar. I kind of just want to Thunderbolt the Kangaskhan, although you could double up Thunderous to try and clear a path for your Feeny. So I gotta think, is that really worth? I think going Heracross hard into Heracross is fine here. And I think you attempt to U-turn out into the Kangaskhan. Because if it's a bulky Kangaskhan, maybe it can live close combat. I'm not exactly too sure about the calc. Maybe if it's bulky, because I could definitely see. This looks like a hard Trick Room team. And I'm pretty sure it's something similar that got second place at Costa, or won first place at Costa Mesa. So Kangaskhan gonna Mega Evolve. Are we gonna see the fake out? It is fake out into the Incineroar probably. Yep. So I could switch out Incineroar into Heracross, but an Ice Beam is just gonna come out. Okay. Does an okay amount. I'm trying to think about my board position because this is where maybe having Pharaoh over Feeny might have been nice. Although that made me a really weak to Heatran. I think I just want to protect and knock off the Porygon too, because I want to see what my opponent's initial reaction is. Because close combat's into knockoff or flare, but shouldn't knock out Porygon 2, which is why I don't want to go for that play. Kangaskhan's a -1. It could switch out here. And I feel like if you do switch out Kangaskhan, that's good for me. But we're going to see both Pokemon stay in. Okay. Which is okay as well. Double Edge going to go out into Heracross. I'm guessing it's a double up, or maybe Trick Room's going to be set up here. Knockoff into the Porygon, so I get rid of its item, get rid of its Violet, and Ice Beam going to fire off into the Heracross as well. Okay. I just don't know speed tiers. It really depends on that Kangaskhan speed tier. I think I'm gonna close combat to Kangaskhan and just U-turn out Porygon. Since my opponent's staying in, it looks like you want to attack with the Kangaskhan. Maybe I shouldn't Mega Evolved because maybe I could have just got the knockout with regular close combat, but I would have needed a bit prior damage onto Kangaskhan, I feel like. And I just want to use Mega Heracross because it's Mega Heracross. I do outspeed the Kangaskhan, so I'm actually faster. Get a close combat off, and it does knock out Kangaskhan, so Mega Heracross being able to pick up a knockout on bulky Kangaskhan, that's a huge momentum swing in my favor. That's an absolutely huge momentum swing in my favor. Recover too, so I don't take any damage with Heracross. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful, as U-turn going to come out in a Porygon too. So yeah, I kind of assumed slow Kangaskhan based on the team composition. And it definitely paid off. I might have traded Heracross. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if Ice Beam and -1 double edge would have KO'd. Let's see. I'm more worried about Feeny coming in, so I'll get Thunderous Fairying out. Yeah. What's in the back? I'm guessing it's Aegislash that would come out here if my opponent does decide to bring out a Pokemon. I think I want to double up the Porygon. Oh, Heatran gonna come out. Heatran doesn't want to take a close combat, and if he were slower than if Kangaskhan was slow, I would assume Heatran's slow too. I'm honestly tempted to just close combat to Porygon 2 because Heatran could protect and Porygon 2 could try to trick room. The thing is, what if Porygon 2 decides to switch out? Well, it's if Violet's knocked off, so I guess it's not too a big concern, I guess. I could also try to Thunderbolt with that slot, but I don't think that's worth it. Thunderbolt on the Heatran doesn't sound like a bad play, because I get damaged no matter what on the Heatran. Match is going to be forfeited. Okay, Mega Heracross was just too strong for my opponent. 3 fighting weaknesses too. Oh man, Mega Heracross. I just wish the game played out more, because Mega Heracross was probably going to put in more work. And I think... well, yeah, my opponent didn't have much of a shot, I feel like, I guess, because of the fact that Heracross was going to probably pick up another KO, like on the Porygon 2 slot. Thunderous Fan was going to do a lot. I had Incineroar and Feeny in the back. Well, you didn't know I had Feeny in the back, but still. I think we'll go for one more game, or attempt to, because I don't want this to be too short of an episode, even though I kind of have to leave soon. But hopefully, Mega Heracross, Mega Heracross put in some work there, KOing Kang, and that was it. Then again, what was Mega Heracross base attack stat? Wasn't it like 185, 165, something like that? It's strong. It's really strong. Gets a lot of good KOs. Alright, 1850 rated player from Japan. It is actually the last day 40 Battle Spot ranking, so everyone's trying to ladder up. Oh, we got one of the standard teams. This should be fun. Intimidate Incineroar, Intimidate Incineroar over Landers, okay. So U-turn allows me to switch in, which is really good, because this team would have problems switching in otherwise. I don't like my Feeny matchup, really. This is going to be a tough matchup. Wonder... I think if I want to break through my opponent's team, I have to self-swagger myself and get rid of the Intimidate users. Would I bring... I don't think I bring Pharaoh. Yeah, I don't think I bring Pharaoh. I'm tempted to lead... oh, geez. My heavy hitters are a special attacking Thunderous and a Heracross against double Intimidate. This isn't going to be too fun. Okay. So I don't know what my opponent's going to lead, but if it's Gothitelle, I'm going to self-swagger knockoff. 100%. Because that will be able to knock out the Gothitelle, which is really solid for this team. Although, I guess you could switch out Gothitelle and Incineroar, Volt Switch. There are a lot of plays my opponent can make. Because you have so many options. Oh, wow, you led both for your Intimidate. Okay. Hmm. Now, I don't know about the Manectric, because this team sometimes carries Rain Dance on the Manectric over a fire type attack. If that's the case, I kind of want to get my Heracross in. Looks like my opponent's Incineroar is faster. I mean, I'm gonna have a double Intimidate issue on my side. I'm guessing you're gonna fake out my Incineroar. I guess you might fake out the Feeny too and just Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. I think I'm gonna fake out my opponent's Incineroar and just go out on the Thunderous. Because even if I lose a speed tie to a fake out's not really doing much damage, and then I think you would Volt Switch my Thunderous. You could Snarl here, I guess, but I don't really see the point of Snarl, especially since Manectric's going to be threatened. And Manectric's going to Mega Evolve, which is really crucial because of the fact that now that Manectric is Mega Evolved, the factor is Lightning Rod is no longer part of this game, which is really nice for me. So, but of course my sweepers are going to be affected. Big Out going to go in Incineroar and Volt Switch as anticipated, but it's actually in the Incineroar slot, so very good call for my opponent. However, that really didn't do too much. This is one of the games where I guess Heal Pulse on Feeny could have been really crucial, as Gothitelle is going to come in. Thunderbolt in the knockoff does knock out Gothitelle. I wonder if my opponent does know that. Because you know I'm AV Incineroar based on that damage. I'm just wondering, do you ally switch here potentially? Do you just protect Flare Blitz? My opponent's got a bunch of options. Incineroar is -1, however. I think Protect Knockoff is a safe assumption for this turn. I just don't see the Gothitelle stay. Yeah, okay. So I could have knocked off my opponent's Incineroar this turn, which would have been pretty good because I wanted to confirm the item. But yeah, you're going to get rid of my Life Orb, which to be expected. I guess the question is, do you keep Gothitelle in? I mean, I still think doubling up the Gothitelle is the best play, because if I get rid of Gothitelle, I do get rid of Shadow Tag, and no matter what comes in, like, they're taking a bunch of damage. As Incineroar are going to switch out Manectric. Snorlax. Oh, my opponent's really risking a lot of stuff right here. If I do KO the Gothitelle, this is absolutely huge for me. Let's see, come on. Oh, jeez, that does nothing. And I'm -2, so... Ooh, barely. This is where I wish I had Z-move on the Thunderous. Do I have Z-move on Thunderous? No, I'm pretty sure I have Life Orb, right? Yeah, I have Life Orb. Yeah. And I think that's a sweep. That is probably a sweep. Gothitelle's probably going to protect here. But... oh, is this Pulverizing Pancake on this team? The Belly Drum. Huh. Oh, and then you're Heal Pulsing. Okay. Oh, that makes it worse for me. Okay, so I expect to protect just Belly Drum, so, standard berry, but wait. Yeah. What the heck is going on? Okay. Get Heracross in. Not over yet. Not over yet. But I'm going to be playing pretty textbook here, and if my opponent catches on, I am screwed. You're probably just going to Heal Pulse and target the Heracross. If you target down Thunderous, I get my free switch in Incineroar. So it wouldn't be too bad, I guess. This is the best play, just to protect Thunderbolt. Unless you protect Gothitelle right here, but then you're risking if I crit your Snorlax with Thunderbolt. I could see you risking it though, because it's just like... it doesn't really create too much risk. And you would get a free switch into an Intimidate user. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. Z Belly Drum is definitely interesting on this team. That means you rely on Gothitelle, so if I get rid of Gothitelle, my opponent's only form of recovery is gone. Protect Heracross here. Oh. Frustration. Okay, that I guess works too. Okay, that's why you don't have Protect. I think Mega Heracross lives a Frustration. I'll go Incineroar here. Oh boy. I know they run Ally Switch sometimes on this team, but yeah, I just like Protect on Gothitelle more, but to keep the trap in, but it looks like my opponent opts for the Ally Switch instead, or maybe he doesn't have Psychic. I'm gonna fake out close combat to Snorlax and hope he tries to heal pulse to Snorlax, thinking I would predict the Ally Switch again, but if I was my opponent, I would try to Ally Switch again. Because if I get rid of Snorlax, this game's not over, by far. It's still going to be tough to deal with the Mediocre, though. However, I feel like... I don't know, if I keep Heracross healthy, I should still be able to win this game. Z Belly Drum, Heal Pulse, Ally Switch, Trick Room. Okay, Gothitelle's going to retreat. Oh, does the Snorlax have Protect? I can see Snorlax having Protect. Oh, this is a really good play. And even if my opponent had... if my opponent does have Protect, which I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure I have Protect. If you have Protect, there's nothing I could do about this play because even... I would have to, like... Even if I double up the Incineroar slot, I don't think close combat into another attack from my Incineroar at -1 will get the KO. Yeah, very solid play from my opponent here. Is there a way I could break through this? I see one way. Yes, I see one way. Gonna protect U-turn, sack off my Incineroar, then hope Self Swagger can put in some work. Although, even if I get Self Swagger, you could probably just Flare Blitz with Incineroar. I'm still in a pretty bad spot no matter what happens. Gonna retreat into Mediocre. Ooh, smart play as well. That means you should be targeting down my Heracross, right? Because Incineroar is not gonna knock out the Snorlax. I mean, you could target down my Incineroar because Protect is sort of obvious. Yeah. So my opponent making some really good plays. I still think close combat... Does close combat -2 knock out Snorlax? I think it does. Alright. Get Infini. This game looks really grim now. It depends on how my opponent plays the rest of the future turns. Because my Heracross is at -2. So I'm going to close combat to Snorlax. And Swagger by Heracross. Because you're going to Volt Switch out, yep, into Incineroar. I at least get the KO onto the Snorlax, which is good. However, my Feeny is going to go down soon. I guess it might come down to a few factors. One, does the Gothitelle actually have... Oh, Gothitelle actually comes in over Incineroar. Oh, I'll take that. Nice. Alright, so we're still in this. I think. Probably not. I do KO the Snorlax. Actually, if I Moonblast, I would have been in a worse position. Swagger was definitely the play. But you're gonna go Mediocre here. Then you're probably just gonna... Well, you don't know if I have Protect on Feeny. I guess that's the crucial part. And Heracross is back at -1. Heracross can't take a break. Okay. You might Ally Switch here. Is there a way? Probably just gonna Volt Switch. I guess maybe if I can catch the Incineroar on the Switch, maybe it's possible. I'm gonna try. Volt Switch into the Feeny. Because if I crit the... Okay, if I crit the Heracross... Okay, I'm -2 anyway. I just don't know what Gothitelle is going for. I'm going based on the fact I hope that Gothitelle doesn't actually have an attacking move, because if that's the case, if I crit my opponent twice and win the mind game against Ally Switch, I do win the game. Intimidate. Close combat. Oh, that did beautiful damage, and that's -2. Oh, wow. Heracross putting in some work. And it's a berry on Incineroar. So the knockoff might have actually... No, I don't think knockoff would have KO'd it. It would have got rid of his berry and heal pulse. Then you're going to fake out Trick Room, and then you're just going to Flare Blitz. Yeah. So that is a good game to my opponent. My opponent played this really well. If I wanted a chance, I think I had to go aggressive on the Heracross that one turn and knock out the Snorlax that one turn. I think that could have been... Okay, I'm not gonna say that was a choke. However, I feel like my opponent had a 100% win condition if you just fake out Trick Room. Or maybe my opponent's worried. Maybe my opponent just doesn't know my Heracross speed tier and thinks, wait, why would I be min speed on the Heracross? My opponent's Incineroar, I guess, was decently speedy, so maybe didn't want to risk me underspeeding him in Trick Room. But alright, so gonna go 2-1 today's episode. Heracross putting in some work in the second game of today's episode. Well, also got the KO on Snorlax, I guess, in the game 3. Yeah, I think overall it was gonna be hard to maneuver against that team. I made the wrong calls, and I guess, yeah, even if I predicted Snorlax to come in that one turn, knockoff didn't do anything because Z Belly Drum. Really cool tech, by the way, because avoiding knockoff and allows you to carry protect. Really cool. I guess I would have needed to I would probably had to U-turn the Gothitelle that one turn instead of going for a knockoff, because then I could have got my Heracross in, and since my opponent's not threatening to knock out on Heracross, it looks like maybe I could have actually done some really big damage. Although my opponent did have a Normalium Z option of going for a Breakneck Blitz and a Psychic if my opponent did have it into the Heracross slot. That's, of course, my opponent has Psychic, because I have no idea. We never saw... Oh, no, wait, no. The Gothitelle used Protect. Yes, the Gothitelle did use Protect. It was Protect, Trick Room, Ally Switch, Heal Pulse. It didn't have Psychic. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, there was no Psychic to worry about. The end game, I felt like I did try... Like, I pretty much made the plays I needed to. Because if I targeted down Gothitelle in one of those situations, instead of self-swaggering, it would have been Manectric and Incineroar on the field, and I 100% lose to just fake out Volt Switch. So yeah, I think I may try to make the correct end game plays. Although I think what I needed to do was also go for the aggressive close combat into the Snorlax on the turn it knocked out my Thundurus variant. So definitely well played from my opponent, and definitely some plays that I can definitely take from this game and adjust. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below, shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below. So this is my social medias, the paste bin of this team, and all that good stuff. The previous episodes of VGC 2018 Baek Battles down below, as well as the side series. Don't forget to subscribe if you do not want to miss updates on when new videos come out. Otherwise, I think that's going to be it. Until we battle again, my friends, I will catch you around soon. Have a great day, people. See you around.